We good?
Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to the Conti Forum on the campus of Boston College as we bring you exciting Canton High School boys hockey action. Pete DeSisto and John Marconi high above ringside, bringing you all the exciting action of the MIAA Division II semifinals as the Bulldogs take on the Red Devils of Burlington High School in a great afternoon matchup here. And John, what an exciting game here at Conti Forum. First of all, what a great place for a game. I commend. Finally, we got
a good deal.
MIAA here.
Took care of us.
So we want to congratulate them for finally getting it and having a game here, which is just a great venue. But I'll tell you, today should be a great game. Number 1, Canton High School Bulldogs versus the number 4 seed, which is exactly how it's supposed to play out, right? The Red Devils of Burlington High. So we expect a great game here.
Yeah, Burlington comes in. You know, they've run the table like we did as the number 4 seed, beat who they were supposed to beat, same as Canton. They played some tough teams. Concord Carlisle, Duxbury beat them. And the scouting report has them as a very physical and deep team, which I don't know if Canton's seen one of those yet this year. I know we can play with them, so don't you. So this is going to be a different task. And we can't have it, I don't mean any worse or any better goalies than the last 2 games where we threw 50 shots and we only got 1 or 2 wins. So
yeah, no question. You run into a hot goalie, especially at tournament time, and the team, you let them hang around a little bit. Hey, it gets a little nerve-wracking at the end, but obviously the Bulldogs came through that last game in against Walpole, and just had a tremendous game. And congratulations to the Walpole goaltender. I mean, he did a great job. He played out of his mind.
Absolutely.
But that's tournament hockey, right? You run into a good goaltender, you run into a good defense or a team that's putting a lot of shots on net. You just never know what you're going to run into. Burlington plays in a very, very tough league.
Yeah.
They ended up 14-5-1 this year in the Middlesex League, and that's a great league in the state. Still, they have some good talent.
Yeah, so, there's no slouches. All their games are, I don't mean close, but they don't have any blowouts like some of the teams we have to play because they're in the Hawk. So they always have a game where there's some pushback, I guess.
Yeah, no question. So let's talk about the Bulldogs because that's why we're here.
That's right. Yep.
We love our Bulldogs. Starting net, Matty Wright. Not a lot of action against Walpole the other night, but I'll tell you, Matty Wright, when he's there for him. He doesn't get a lot of action, but he's there. They had some good opportunity, Walpole did, on the few shots that they had, but he made the stops.
He did. And that's hard when you only get 7, 8, 10 shots a game. I don't mean you're kind of sleeping back there, but, the action's down the other end, and then you're like, I got to kind of wake up. Very difficult for a goalie to do that. Well, and he's come tall. He came to task on it every game.
At that point, it's a mental game at that point, and he just has to keep his concentration. Defensively, we talk about him all the time. Bunch of seniors, just a tremendous group there. And then offensively, that first unit for Canton, with Joe Ryan, Gillis, and Elric. I mean, they're just on fire.
Elric has that shot. He's kind of had a tough time the other night because both teams we won were right-handed catching glove goalies. And if you're a player, you don't see that. And we see 2 in a row. When Elric scored the game winner eventually against Walpole, he switched over to the right slot as a lefty shot. Little different. It's tough.
Yeah, no question. And I'll tell you, and I had a conversation with somebody on the way over here, and he pointed out, he was adamant that first line, probably the best in the state, no question. Of D1, D2, doesn't matter. That line's the best in the state.
Oh, absolutely.
And that was Willis, by the way.
Absolutely. We talked about that on the way home. I mean, Canton, I think they could beat anybody in Division I. We've had some sources that watch a lot of hockey, do a lot of games, and they put us up against any team in D1. And in a one game, I think Canton could take care of business.
Yeah, no question. And again, their depth alone. Coach Schulman, no problem running 4 lines. And he does. He runs 4 lines all the time. And the fact that he has that luxury, that he has as much confidence in that fourth line as he does the first three.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he puts them out all the time, and they come through.
We did the other night. Canton's third, fourth, and sort of fifth line. He's got two extra forwards. He runs that center around. They competed with the first and second line of these teams. So that's unheard of in high school hockey. And you get tired, and you can throw that third and fourth line to give that first and second line some spring in their step. What a difference.
Yeah, no question. And again, let's jump back to the defense. You know, you have Schulman and Labanara, Doucette and Carr, Morris and Young. It doesn't matter who you put out there. Again, they all are they're great defensemen, but they're offensive-minded defensemen. All of them, they jump into play
every time.
Matter.
You know, you watch Schulman and Labanara. We said it earlier in there. Labanara is up on that right D, and he kind of sneaks down to the circle. No one covers him. He's going to let one rip, and he's got probably 6-7 goals doing that.
Yeah, no
For
question.
a defenseman, that's great.
Absolutely. And you know, there's all the ancillary factors that you have. Coach Schulman, I mean, we know how good of a coach he is.
Yep.
300 wins this year. He got his 350th win this year, and he is a true veteran of the MIAA tournament at this point. Makes it every year. Been to the finals umpteen times. Been to the semifinals numerous times. He knows how to prepare the team.
And he does. And, you know, Steve and I didn't realize it in the broadcast the other night. So the referees had to have their say. And I bet you there was 15 face-offs where they threw the center out. Well, late in the game, Coach Schulman was throwing out Joey Ryan, who's a great center, and he put O'Toole out there in case he got thrown out because you needed to win a face-off, who's probably the second best guy. We didn't pick up on that, but we did pick up that they throw the guy out for no reason every time.
No, it's
the way it's good coaching is what it comes down
coaching,
to.
Right?
Yeah.
And you know, he obviously is a tremendous coach, a talented coach, and has done great things with this Canton High School program over these many years that he's been there.
Yeah.
And you know, he, as we always talk about, we love Canton youth hockey, and he's got a great feeder program from the youth program in town. Probably, I would say, arguably one of the best in the state.
Yeah.
As a youth hockey program and how they develop their players. So as we we'll take a quick break here, John, as we will wait for the national anthem, all the introductions, and the opening face-off here. MIAA Division II semifinals, Canton versus Burlington. Stay tuned. And we are back here at the Conti Forum. Pete DeSisto along with John Marconi as we await the opening face-off here. This Division II MIAA semifinal as we have the introductions here.
Oh, now they do.
Well, yeah. They didn't read the script. They're going off script here.
You know Billy's not in there then. I see it.
So Burlington being introduced here. That's Matt Ulmschneider, James Gordon, Bardinelli, Scalia, and Healy, and now Canton will be introduced. As Canton does their typical, they allow everybody to be introduced, and as a team, they'll go
skate
out to
out.
the blue line. I think that's awesome.
Not many. A lot. I think Canton's one of the few that does that.
Absolutely.
That we've seen.
I think it's talk about being a team and not singling out anybody, right?
Well,
that's the way
they're
to
on
go.
a mission from last year, and whatever they have to do or whatever they come up with, they have some of these weird quirks. I don't know if you notice after every period, they talk the goalie and the coach is all high five, whatever you do, and it's working, whatever it is.
No question. So it'll be first unit for Canton will be Gillis, Ryan, and Elric. Assuming with Schumann and Labanara on defense, I would imagine, and of course Matty Wright. We've talked about him many times, John. I mean, again, he plays so well. And he just seems like a mild-mannered guy out there, and doesn't lose his concentration. And,
no.
And that's just that's a tough thing for a young goaltender, especially.
Yeah, it's awful hard when you don't see a lot of shots. He didn't really play last year. A couple games here and there. He wasn't the regular starter, so he stepped right in, and the defense helps him out immensely behind there.
Hey,
so,
John, we want to, we talked about Coach Schumann. You got as assistant
the
coaches
other three
we don't
guys.
talk about Timmy Ford, Steve O'Mulaney, and Scotty Conley. So here we go, hockey fans. Opening face-off here, MIAA Division II semifinals. And Burlington's going to win that one. It's going to go down into the Burlington and so Labanara has it over to Schumann. He goes cross ice over to Ryan. Ryan's broke it up there. But back comes Ryan now. Ryan gives it to Elric on a partial breakaway, but he's broke it up there. As Burlington able to get back. So Canton with a
quick
flurry
flurry
action right there. So right out in front. Can't connect there. Condon has it. He gives it up to McWhinney. He'll throw it down into the Canton zone. Stopped there by Matty Wright. Gives it to Schumann. Schumann gets it up into the center ice area. Goes to Labanara. Labanara has it now. Goes through goes between his legs. Through the defense. He still has it. Tries to throw it out front. Brady Cobb takes a shot. That goes wide. So Canton with a little bit of action here as Burlington trying to throw it out of the zone. They finally do. Goes over to Doucette. And that'll be tipped up by Dickey into the zone. Canton on the forecheck. That goes back to Carr. Over to Doucette. He takes a shot. And a big stop there by McLeod for...
Nice start for the Bulldogs, They both broke in alone, got broken up there. Elric and Ryan, and that second line had a couple of shots. Labanara come in, tried to do a dangle or whatever you call that, and kind of didn't get the shot off, but...
So it's going to be won by Canton over to Grady Carr. Can't hold on to it. Does go outside the zone, so Canton will have to regroup as Doucette has it in his own zone. Will Doucette starts out with it. Quick pass over. And Howard has it. Howard throws it down deep. James Howard on the forecheck along with Kelleher. Kelleher tries to move it out to Howard. It's intercepted there. And out comes Gordon. Gordon has it for Burlington. He's going to throw it out of the zone. Canton has to clear this. No, they kept it in. So James Howard has it. He goes towards the net. He's checked off it. Howard bumped off, and Burlington just going to get rid of that puck. And this will be icing on Burlington as they decided we're just going to get rid of that one. as Howard. Good play there, John. I actually thought it was outside the zone from where we were.
Yeah, it's hot.
But he was able to keep it in, and he went right to the net.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's works out. That's Howard, the soccer player. We talked to him the other night. His stick and footwork are unbelievable.
So face-off. Washburn on the face-off. There's a shot, just goes wide as Burlington trying to move it out of their own zone, but Canton keeps it in. They're able to keep it in the zone. And Scalia has it for Burlington, but he's checked there by Gould. Gould on the forecheck. So Canton with their, I guess it would be their fifth unit out there.
Yeah, he kind of has two forwards, and he
Gould
puts
and Thomas and out there. And I'll tell you again, Canton's so deep. Yeah. Able to skate those all his players, his entire bench. That gives you a huge upper hand.
Oh, I mean, this is the second shift for, the first line, and, they get a good little rest out of it. They're fresh.
So Burlington's going to win that face-off, but Canton has it in their own zone. Joe Ryan has it now. Gets it up to Gillis. Gets it up to Elric. Back to Schumann. Schumann will start out with it. Schumann is broken up. That goes back to Labanara in the Canton zone as Burlington doing a good job on the forecheck. Tupliano trying to get that loose puck. He almost intercepts that one. He has it though. Canton able to get that one. Ryan gets it out to Gillis. Back to Schumann. So Canton will start out with it again. Ryan has it. Ryan trying to get it into the zone. Stopped at the blue line as Burlington able to stop the Canton from going in. That goes up to Tupliano, but that'll be shot in by Canton as they're going to go for a change now. Joe Ryan on the forecheck. Ryan has it. Ryan gets it back to the point. Gillis throws it on net, and there's a stop there by McLeod. Ryan still on the ice. Joe Ryan he gets a check. Oh, and there's a shot on net as Gershny on the ice. Gershny comes in, takes the shot, and McLeod with the stop.
Good
stop. Yeah. Good play there by Gershny as he picked up that loose puck and from Gillis. So face-off in the Burlington zone. On the face-off is O'Toole. It's out there with Gershny and Dickey. So Burlington's going to win that one. That goes back to Bertinelli. He tries to get it out of the zone. But that's stopped there by Gershny. Throws it into the middle. Intercepted by the defense of Burlington. Olschmeider sends it the length of the ice, and this will be icing on Burlington once again. So face-off will come down into the Burlington zone.
Quick shift so far, but they've got the pressure in there, making Burlington throw it out. 5-6 shots already on net. I don't know if they're real quality, but doesn't matter. Throw that puck at them.
So on the face-off again is O'Toole. But Burlington's going to win that one. That goes over to Bertinelli, who tries to throw it out. Grady Carr fans on it, and back comes Olschmeider. He has it, gets it over. They score! And that was number 10, Gordon. I'll tell you, John, that was a good play by number 2, Olschmeider. He held on to that puck. It was a 2-on-1. Got over Grady Carr's stick, 2-on-1. Held on to it just enough and drew the other defenseman. I think that was Doucette, and just slid it over.
Oh, Matty,
not much Matty Wright could do.
No, he had to commit, at some point. And like you said, whoever the wing was that passed it over, great play.
That was Olschmeider who gave it to Gordon. And Gordon, I'll tell you, he had the entire net to shoot at. So puts Burlington on the board here early in this first period, 1-0. Kelleher with the puck. Kelleher on the forecheck. As Burlington trying to move it out, and they finally do. Kept in there by Schumann, but that'll be tipped up into the crowd. And that face-off will go into the Burlington zone, deep in the Burlington zone.
That play where they scored, I don't know if there was a mishap or a turnover at the red line, but that kind of created the whole thing, and Canton got caught on a 2-on-1 on that.
So face-off in the Burlington zone. Canton wins that one. There's a tip. Oh, right in on McLeod. The goaltender for Burlington, Colin McLeod, the senior, he was able to hold on to that one as that was tipped in front, as that was a shot on net by Teddy Schumann. So face off in the Burlington zone. James Howard out there. Howard out there with O'Brien and Kelleher. That's going to get me one back to Schumann. Schumann again throws it towards the net. That's going to go high and wide. Burlington trying to move it out as Kelleher over there trying to get the loose puck as Tupliano throws it around. Condon now will throw it behind the net, but he's checked there. Almost picked off there by O'Brien. Tupliano on the sideboards. And Canton doing a good job keeping him in the zone. Burlington finally able to get it out. Grady Carr can't hold on to it. This will be icing again on Burlington. And I'll tell you, John, Canton doing a good job holding Burlington in the zone. Just not getting a lot of quality inside shots.
No puck luck yet. But, Burlington's just going to ice it and hope for a mistake. That's kind of how they scored. So
on the face-off is Washburn. Out there with Chase Thomas and Gould. So Burlington's going to win that one. That's going to go down into the Canton zone. Canton flips it out, but Burlington's going to dump it down as Matty Wright will stop it behind the net. Washburn now behind his net. He's checked there. Shanahan for Burlington. That's going to go back to the point. Scalia throws it down deep. Shanahan now has it behind the net. He's going to try and come out with it. Shanahan has it. Back to Scalia. Scalia takes a shot that's blocked in front. Gets his own rebound. Scalia still has it. He throws it towards the net. And Matty Wright with the stop. And a big save there by Matty Wright. Able to hold on to that one as he had two Burlington players in front of him.
Yeah, there was kind of a couple of misdirection plays there. They come out of the puck in the corner all alone. Canton was down without a stick, so... a little flurry there.
First shooter for Canton back out there. Ryan, Elric, and Gillis with Grady Carr and Doucette on defense. They'll go against Umschneider. Bardinelli and Gordon scored that goal for Burlington. So puck in the Canton zone. Bardinelli trying to get it on the sideboards. Canton trying to move it out. Couldn't connect with Gillis. And they'll throw it down deep again. Bannister will throw it down. And we are going to have delayed offside, so the faceoff will be just outside the Canton zone. 9:04 left in the first period. 1-0 the score. Burlington is up on a goal from Gordon on a nice pass over from Umschneider. So Canton unfamiliar territory.
That's the first goal of the tournament right there. But yeah, you're right.
So Burlington trying to keep that puck in, and they do. Schumann's going to go back after it. He's checked there by Condon, but Canton able to move it out. Ryan has it. Ryan has Labanara with him. Ryan goes into the middle. He tries to go in. He takes a shot out. A big save by McLeod. That's going to go back to Schumann now. Schumann has it. Takes a shot. Tipped in front, and that's going to hit the netting. I don't know if McLeod got a piece of that one.
Somebody
did.
Tipped
in front, went up into the netting, so the whistle was blown, but Canton with a good opportunity.
Little flurry. Nice move by Joey Ryan to come up the wing and take it to the center. Couldn't get it over to Elric to get a full shot, though.
So on the faceoff is O'Toole with Dickey and Gershny. Burlington trying to move it out. Bardinelli, he's checked. As Burlington trying to move it out of the zone. They do. Gordon has it. Gordon goes in. He takes a shot. Matty Wright with the save. Puck still behind the net as Canton able to pick it up. O'Toole will throw it up to Gershny. Gershny going to go in the middle. Tries to hit Dickey. Just can't hold on. But Canton comes right back. O'Toole to Dickey. Dickey looked like he was going for a change. Gershny has it now. Gershny throws it in. McLeod with the save. And puck behind the net. Dangerously bouncing around there. As Gordon, he'll throw it around the net. As Burlington tries to move it out. And they finally do. That goes out to Bardinelli. Bardinelli's going to throw it down deep. And this should be icing as he didn't get over the red line. And it will be. And that puck will come all the way down into the Burlington zone for the faceoff.
Needed that. Canton they were all going for a change. And Dickey got the puck and said, I'm going. So that was a tied group out there. Not smart by Burlington. Get over the red line.
James Howard on the face-off with O'Brien and Kelleher. And Morris and Young on defense. So Burlington trying to move it out, and they do. It's going to go back into the zone. McElroy for Burlington's going to throw it up. Gets it up to Shanahan, who dumps it in. Shanahan right after it. He gets it behind net, but he's checked by Will Young. Canton trying to break it out. Stopped by the Burlington defense. They'll dump it all the way down and clear the zone. Shanahan on the forecheck now. Morris over to Young. Oh, and he takes a big hit from behind from Umschneider.
Ref looking right at it, too.
McElroy. They'll call on that one. That was a hit from behind, no question.
Especially up against the boards right there behind the net. Ref was looking right at it.
So on the behind his own net is Young. He throws it up. Check there. Canton trying to move it out of the zone. Young has it again. Tries to hit Kelleher. That will not be icing, as say somebody touched it. So right out in front. Oh, big pass there by Kelleher. He tried to hit Ryan, who just came off the bench. And Canton now with some action in the Burlington zone. That's going to go over to Grady Carr. Carr takes a shot. That's going to go wide. Burlington running around their own zone as Canton out there. Now Gillis has it. Makes a nice move. Takes a shot. Saved by McLeod. Rebound. Steered away. Canton still in the zone. Gillis throws it out in front again as Burlington finally just dumps that puck out. And this will be icing. Oh, good opportunities there by Canton, able to put that shot on net by Gillis, and McLeod with the save, couldn't get the rebound.
Now Joey Ryan, nice to keep the play in the zone, curled around, threw it around, got a couple of shots there, but they're kind of right at him. We got to get some more misdirection, cross ice, but they're clogging up the middle a little.
So face off in the Burlington zone, first unit for Canton out there, Joe Ryan, Gillis, and Elric. So Burlington's going to win that one. They're going to move it around. Umschneider has it now on the sideboards. He's going to go back to McWinney. Gets it up to Barnelli, but good play there by Gillis. So Burlington finally able to get it out. This is Gordon. Gordon puts himself offside. Referee right there saw it all the way.
Sorry about that, but he, Gordon there, he's got some speed coming in on the wing. He's a little dangerous with that puck. And then you got to keep an eye for that trailing wing or that off wing coming down with him.
So face-off just outside the Canton zone. Gordon on the face-off. Canton's going to win that one. First unit for Canton still out there, as that will be tipped, and that will not be no icing on this one. As Scalia behind the net, he's checked, but Burlington able to move it out. They get it out into center ice. Schulman has it now, gets it over to Labanaro. Oh, intercepted by Umstreit. He takes a shot, just goes wide, and that gets, I don't know if it hit off the boards or hit off the post, the crossbar, but it went up into the netting, and this will be a whistle. So face-off will be in the Canton zone. I'll tell you.
Labanauer with the giveaway there.
Yeah, good play there by Umschneider. He came in, he took a nice shot. Matty Wright came right out, though. Cut down the angle. So face-off in the Canton zone, and that'll be won by Washburn. Robitaille has it for Burlington, as both teams trying to get control. Robitaille again tries to move it out, but that's intercepted there by Porter. And that will be offside, as Liam Conley couldn't get out of the zone in time, and the faceoff will be just outside the Burlington zone. 4:59 left in this first period. 1-0 the score on the goal by James Gordon for Burlington early in the first period. So Canton with the puck now, trying to move it out. Dickey takes a hit. Able to get it over to O'Toole. Now over to Carr. Starts up with it. Grady Carr, he's intercepted there. That goes back to Doucette now. Over to Grady Carr again. Carr has it behind his own net. He's checked there by Tupliano. O'Toole now has it. O'Toole's going to start out with it. He's got some running room. Gavin O'Toole over the line. just broke it up there at the very last minute. Trying to take it through the defense, Johnny.
Anywhere. He was looking to dump it in, go through the defense. It was a tough call there.
So Dickey almost had a break there as Gershny now tries to throw it in. As Burlington trying to move it out, and they do. They get it out down into the Burlington zone as Canton going for a wholesale change. That's going to go around the boards to Wilson. As kept in there by Howard. Howard trying to keep it in, but Burlington finally gets it out. Umschneider trying to get that puck right on Schulman. Two number twos. Schulman trying to move it out. He's intercepted by Gordon. That'll be thrown down deep. Umschneider has it now. Tries to throw it out in front of the net. He's checked there. And back comes Howard for Canton. Almost broken up in the slot area, but James Howard able to keep the puck, but he's broken up there by Scalia. Scalia has it. He's going to dump it down deep. Matty Wright's going to leave it for Schulman. Teddy Schulman throws it up the boards to O'Brien. Almost broken up there. And Schulman starts out with it again out of his own zone. They'll throw it up. That goes down into the neutral zone. And bouncing puck, but picked up there by O'Brien. Canton on the change again. O'Brien still has it. Cuts in. He tries to take the shot. Just goes wide. Elric on the puck along with Joe Ryan. He comes out into the slot area. Ryan has it. We're going to have a penalty here as Ryan was tripped up. Elric has it. Matt Wright goes to the bench. And that's kept in by Canton. Trying to get that loose puck, but Gordon finally picks it up. And we're going to have a tripping call here. So Canton with a huge opportunity late in this first period.
Yeah, they're going to have to take advantage of that. Burlington doing a great job, messing up the breaking out of the zone. They seem to be bottling them up deep in the zone. Once Canton gets over the blue line, they get it up. But coming out of the zone, they're having a hard time.
So Canton on the power play here. So first unit for Canton out there, Ryan, Elric, and Gillis with Labanara and Schulman on defense. Condon on the faceoff for Burlington. He's out there with McWhinney. So that goes back to Schulman. Schulman has it. He takes a shot. Oh, saved there by McLeod. So Canton with the puck. Elric now gets it over to Labanara. Over to Schulman. Schulman goes cross ice to Elric. Elric throws it. Oh, big save and score! Joe Ryan on the rebound on the shot from the point. And Ryan able to get the rebound, had a wide open net. McLeod made the initial save, but let the rebound right on Joe Ryan's stick. And Canton ties this up 1-1.
Yeah, nice play by Elric to hold that puck in the slot at the circle there to, wait for something to happen. Then he let a shot go, and Joey Ryan buried an empty netter. Even I could have scored that one out there.
I don't know about that one. That's up for debate. Great play there by Joe Ryan. Great play by Elric, able to keep in that puck in, like you said, John. And he took a nice shot from the point. And McLeod made the initial save. Just couldn't hang on to that rebound. And Ryan able to put Canton on the board. So huge goal there on the power play. So back comes O'Toole. O'Toole comes in. He tries to throw it out in front. Nestor now will throw it up for Burlington. Back to Carr. Big save there. There's another rebound. So Canton not able to get that one. So that goes back into the center ice. Carr has it now. Carr goes cross ice over to Dickey. Dickey has it. Dickey goes in top of the circle, takes a shot. That's going to be blocked by Wilson for Burlington, and that'll go into the netting. So the face-off will be inside the Burlington zone. 1:54 left in this first period. 1-1 to score.
Yeah, big flurry there again. A couple of mistakes by Burlington for Canton to keep that puck in the zone, but Dickey tried to take the shot, but up and over everything.
So face-off won by Canton. Canton has it, but just broken up. Scalia has it for Burlington now. Scalia is going to start out with it. He's going to just ice that puck. I think he thought Umschneider was going to go to the other side, and he tried to hit him with the Hail Mary, but just didn't work out. So face-off will be back down in the Burlington zone. James Howard out there with O'Brien and Kelleher. Schulman and Labanara on defense. That's won by Canton, but picked off there by Burlington. They're able to move it out. Schulman has it now, gets over the line. Schulman's going to dump it down deep. Scalia going after it. He's going to be checked by O'Brien. Scalia gets it into Gordon. Gordon will start out with it. Gets it up to Bardinelli, who's checked there by Kelleher. Scalia throws it out into the Canton zone. Schulman has it now. Lavanara will take it back to Schulman. Schulman will start out with it. And Canton able to get it down into the Burlington zone. Scalia, first one there. He's checked by O'Brien. Canton going for a change here. Scalia checked there. Big hit there by Joe Ryan right off the bench. Back comes Griffin. And he's hurt. Scalia bent over there as he goes back. So he took a big hit there by Ryan. Joe Ryan now has it. He comes out of the zone. Less than a minute to play. Joe Ryan trying to turn a defense. Ryan goes in. He's knocked off the puck there. Ryan has it again. He throws it out in front. McLeod steers it away. Griffin has it. He gets it out into center ice. As Shanahan tries to throw it in. Grady Carr now has it. Carr goes cross ice. Gets it over to Gillis. Gillis tries to slide it back, but that's picked off there by Shanahan. Shanahan 1-on-2 here. Schulman able to make a nice play, able to get it back, and back comes Canton again. Gillis has it. Gillis tries to get it in. Schulman now picks up the loose puck. We got a penalty called here, and that's going to go right in.
That's got to be a goal. That's got to be a goal. No.
No, they waved it off. I don't know how that didn't go in.
I think he...
Yeah, oh, my goodness. They moved the net off its moorings.
I think he slid in with it.
We're going to have a power play, I believe.
Of Burlington. We had the puck when he put his arm up.
Yeah, it's got to be on Burlington. Not sure who it's on, but the referees are going to talk about it. Only 4 seconds left. I'm not sure how McLeod was able to keep that out of the net. The net did get moved off the moorings there.
The whole two people were in the net. How did the puck not go in? I don't know. They're talking about something now.
So we'll see what the referees come up with.
A little discussion going on over there.
The referee trailing the play had his arm up.
For the penalty.
He had the penalty. So he's over talking to Coach Schulman about something. We'll see what comes of it.
I mean, he can't not. There has to be a penalty, right?
You would imagine.
They can't not call that.
You would imagine.
Well, there's the penalty going over.
So that's number 3, Aiden Shanahan. He's going to get called. And again, goes over to the coach.
Coach Schulman yelling over some plans or a play.
Couldn't hear what the penalty was. But that is Shanahan out. So 4 seconds left in this period as O'Toole on the faceoff. He's going to try and win this one, see if Canton can get one shot on net. And they almost do. But Gordon able to intercept that one and throw that the length of the ice. So we'll try and figure out what that penalty was on Shanahan, what they actually called. Because it's tough to see from our vantage.
See and hear. It's kind of announcing.
But, Canton definitely will come into this period. They'll have
almost a full power play.
4 seconds off of it. But I'll tell you, John, give Burlington some credit. They've created some offense. Matt Wright made a couple really nice stops. McLeod on the other end, same thing for Burlington. So another goaltender's game, but a 1-1 score.
Yeah, I mean, Burlington seems to figure out Canton usually loves to go D to D coming out of the zone, and they're pressuring. Twice they've stolen the puck, so they're going to have to clean that up a little, change it up a little. So
yeah, no question there. And again, I think Canton, they're getting their opportunities. They're definitely getting their opportunities and getting some shots on net. But I'll tell you, it's definitely Canton territorially. I think they had the advantage. But Burlington able to intercept and take advantage of the Canton mistake there, and that puck bounced out into the neutral zone. They went in on a 2-on-1. And able to put that puck past Matty Wright, but then Canton able to take advantage of the opportunity with the power play. Yep. So a great first period, everything we had hoped it would be.
This is a good team, Burlington. As you get deeper in the playoffs, teams get better, especially they're the 4 seed. But as we say, Coach Schulman going in with the board there, and he's going to draw some stuff up, and they'll come out with a different game plan. Not game plan, but a couple of adjustments.
No question. And Canton, Coach Schumann always knows what to tell them, always knows what to say, so they'll come out ready to play. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with second period action. And we are back here at the Conti Forum. Pete DeSisto along with John Marconi as we await the opening face-off of this second period. And now this MIAA Division II semifinal, the Bulldogs against the Red Devils of Burlington High. And John, Canton got down early in this game. On a nice goal by Burlington, but able to get that goal back on a power play by on a rebound by Joe Ryan. And now Canton starts the second period with another power play.
Fresh sheet of ice, power play, you get your first unit out there. I'm sure Coach Schumann's giving them a little instruction here how to, work around this goalie. So that's a good penalty to take at the end of the period. Not take, but be on the power play, because fresh set of ice, everybody's rested. So they got to take advantage of this opportunity.
So Canton, I think Canton would admit, don't really think that was their best period of the tournament. That's for sure. I thought they were made a bunch of mistakes and a little bit sluggish coming into this game. But my guess is that Coach Schumann had a few choice words in the locker room, and he'll have the troops ready to go for the second period.
He always has them coming out in between periods, fired up, ready to go.
So as we await this opening face-off in this second period, once again, Joe Ryan with that goal late in the second period on a power play. Canton will start out. They'll have a minute and 56 left on this power play. So Ryan on the face-off along with Gillis. And Burlington trying to go after it. Schumann has it, gets it over to Labanari, gets over the line, gets to the top of the circle. Oh, and a big save by McLeod, and another rebound. Another juicy rebound. But luckily for McLeod, his defenseman right there to pick it up. So back comes Ryan, has it, gets over the line. Ryan will hold up now. Canton will get in there set. As Schumann comes in and takes it, he gets it behind the net. Oh, Gillis comes right out in front, and another save by McLeod, and Burlington able to get the loose puck and fire that one out.
Canton hasn't been able to set up in that patented play with Elric and Ryan behind the net looking for the guy out front, but that might come sooner rather than later here.
So back comes Canton. Ryan has it, gets over the line. He's going to drop it. In comes on a big save by McLeod. As that was Gillis. I think he ran out of gas, John. I think he was just tired coming back. So Canton with the change here. And Doucette gets it up to Carr. Carr goes cross ice over to Dickey. Dickey, he's intercepted there. Bardinelli's going to throw it in on Matty Wright. Wright will stop it and give it to Grady Carr. Canton trying to move it out. Intercepted there, but picked off by O'Toole. Goes over to Dickey. So Canton having a little bit of trouble getting into the zone. Can't quite see a penalty clock.
That's what I was just looking. I don't know where that is.
From our vantage, so we're not sure how much time is left. Oh, that's intercepted there again by Tupliano. Tupliano, he has Bardinelli going for the net, and he takes a shot, and that's going to go wide. So Canton escapes that one. Back comes O'Toole now. O'Toole tries to turn the defense. He goes around. He's got Dickey right out front, but that's intercepted there by Tupliano. And Burlington with a 3-on-2 for the moment. Tupliano goes in. He goes to. Oh, there's a score! Oh, Burlington. That was Tupliano. I'll tell you, Canton caught flat-footed there. And Tupliano goes in, and I'm not sure if that was a shorthanded goal.
No, they had 5.
Okay, so they were able to get the player back and they were up at full strength. And they were 3-on-2 on the Canton defense. Tupliano goes into the middle, and I think Matty Wright made the save.
Original.
He get the rebound, and he put it right in. So puts Burlington up 2-1.
We talked about this in the intermission, Pete. You can't let these guys hang around. I mean, and that's what they're doing right now. Not a lot of shots on net, not a lot of zone time, but they're leading the game again.
So Canton now starts out with it in their own zone. Morris has it, gets it over to Young, who's going to throw it down deep. Takes a funny hop off the boards, but Now Scalia has it. He's going to go cross ice with it. Tries to hit Griffin, but out of his range. Morris now over to Young. Young throws it up, but that is going to be thrown the length of the ice as Young took a big hit in the corner as he threw that puck up, and crowd gives a little bit of a hooray.
Yeah.
The Burlington crowd, of course.
Hooray and an icing call and a big hit, you know. Get Burlington favored. He's got his top line out there again.
So face-off in the Canton zone. Joe Ryan on the face-off. First unit for Canton out there. Ryan, Elric, and Gillis as they're going to win that one. And Canton trying to move it out. Gillis trying to throw it, but that's intercepted by Bardinelli. He'll throw it down. Matty Wright will leave it there. Gets it over to Schumann. Schumann up to Gillis, but he's intercepted again by Bardinelli. Bardinelli's going to throw it deep. Gordon trying to get it. Schumann has it behind his own net as he's checked by Umschneider. Tries to throw it over. Canton trying to move it out.
Good job on the forecheck by Burlington there again.
So Gillis goes cross ice to Labanara. Labanara gets over the line, drops it for Ryan into the center, gives it over to Gillis. Gillis with the shot, and that's blocked by Umschneider. Got his stick on it, and that's going to go into the netting. So Canton comes right back, able to get some offensive opportunity.
He might have had to shoot that earlier. This goalie's giving out rebounds there, so.
You know, you wonder, John, how long Burlington's going to be able to skate. Coach Schumann still skating
easily in the fourth.
In the fourth. So you wonder how long they're going to be able to keep this up, because it looks to me like Burlington's only skating, you know, 2.5 lines at best.
Yeah.
So this will go all the way down to the Canton zone. This will not be icing. As Doucette leaves it for Carr. Carr gets it up to Brandon Dickey tries to throw it back. Doucette wasn't ready for that one. That goes over to Grady Carr again. Carr gets it up to Dickey. Braden Dickey gets over the line. He has Gershny with him. But he's taken down, no call. As Tupliano scored that goal, gets it up. McWhinney has it, gets it into the zone, and that's picked up by O'Toole. Now Doucette has it. Nice pass over to O'Toole. O'Toole goes cross ice to Gershny. Goes in the middle. He hit Gould. He's broken up. So back comes Burlington now. McElroy. He'll throw it down deep. That's stopped by the Canton defense. Gershny has it now. Gershny trying to move it up as Burlington has to clear the zone. Morris now. Morris gets it up. He'll throw it into the zone as Scalia has it. Scalia goes cross ice over to Griffin. Griffin goes in the middle, but that's a little bit behind him. Griffin throws it down deep, gets it into Morris. Morris again, Canton trying to break out of the zone, gets it to Gould. That's going to go in on McLeod as Gould goes in hard, and Burlington defense not real happy with that one. And
is he calling a penalty?
He's calling a penalty. I'm not sure who it's on. Looks like Gould.
Slash.
He's going to go in for a slash. Maybe he gave the goaltender a little trying to get that rebound.
Don't know, but that's not good having that, you know.
But so nonetheless, Canton now will be a man down for 2 minutes, and the faceoff will be in the Canton zone.
You could see it. Canton they're like a little slow today, you know. They're behind the play. They're a couple extra bumps and grabbing. You could see it coming.
On the faceoff is Elric, but Burlington's going to win that one. They're going to try and set up here. As good play there by Schumann, able to get it out of the zone. This is number 5, Robitaille has it. Robitaille tries to throw it over, but that's intercepted by Teddy Schumann. Schumann's going to go in now. Robitaille, as somebody's going to take the puck. Bardinelli has it now. Robitaille behind his own net as they're going to start out with it.
Don't know when the penalty's up, Pete. I'm still looking for that.
Tupliano has it now. He's tripped up, and they're going to get another call on Elric. So Canton going to be 2 players down.
They're at a task right here.
Not sure on the clock here. Can't really see what the time is on the penalty, but I'll tell you, Canton in a deficit here with, there'll be 2 men down, so it'll be a 5-on-3 here. And so Umschneider now has it on the faceoff. He's going to go against Joe Ryan, as Burlington's going to win that one. So they step in. Oh, the big save! What a stop there by Matty Wright. It's going to go back to the point. Tupliano has it. Tupliano again has it, takes the shot, and that's broken up there by Doucette. Good play there by Doucette. So good defensive plays. So he looks like he took that off his ankle.
Who's that? Joey Ryan?
Coach Schulman putting 2 forwards out there now. Got Ryan and O'Toole with Grady Carr on defense. So Umschneider now on the face-off against O'Toole. And he wins that one. Great play there by O'Toole. Great draw. Able to tie the centerman up, and Grady Carr dumped that the length of the ice. So back comes Burlington now. Tupliano has it. He goes cross ice over to Gordon. Gordon, he'll stop. So Burlington gonna set it up. They go in the middle. There's a good play there by Grady Carr. He got able to get it out of the zone. Sorry, that's Doucette. Good hustle there. As Robitaille has it now. That's going to go back to Tupliano in the middle, right in the slot area. As Umschneider tried to get it. Now Canton again. Oh, good stop again by Matty Wright on the shot there by McWhinney. And I'll tell you, he was able to hold on to that one. So
I know there's a minute left in the second penalty because I wrote it down because we can't see it. So that other one's got to be close.
Can't be too much time. It looks like
there's a minute on the second one.
Yeah, looks like a minute one. Yep, and not sure on the first penalty. So
probably at least 30 seconds, you know, because there was some time in there.
So face-off won by Canton as Labanara turns and fires it out. So Burlington will have to clear the zone. Robitaille has it. He gets over the zone into the Canton zone. Robitaille now has it, still has it, gets it back to the point. Goes over to back to Robitaille. He's checked there by Labanara. Robitaille has it again. He goes cross ice, tried to hit Tupliano, and that's intercepted there by Schulman. So Canton gets 1 player back. Ryan has it now. Ryan able to steal that puck. He goes in. Joe Ryan trying to go in. Oh, and it's hit the way they score! Gillis put that one in. Gillis puts it in, and Canton ties the game 2-2.
That's a shorty too. There's still time left on this other period. Goaltender's not happy. Seemed to think that Gillis hit it in with his arm. I don't know. He's hot to call it down there, but they didn't wave it off. We'll take it right now.
So we'll see if I don't know, John. Is there even replay in high school hockey?
There is. There's replay in the Garden.
So we'll see here as they called it a goal. It is at center ice.
Yeah.
So it is 2-2 here. As Canton able to tie it up. Great play by Joe Ryan. Able to intercept that puck. He got it right into the slot area. And it looked like Gillis pushed it towards the net. Not sure if he, I'm not going to say he kicked it or pushed it.
We don't know.
We
don't have replay for that. We can't backwind that to see if he hit.
The referees are talking about it.
Yeah. So, but it might have hit his chest. If you're taking a shot, like if you go to make a shot and it hits you, that's okay. You just can't blatantly do that. So we think there's about 30 seconds left on the power play right now, because I wrote it down. It was about 9:30, and so I think there's about 30 seconds left. But still a lot of stuff going on here. But it's a goal. They've called it, and I think we're good here. I don't know. So, coach is looking for an explanation over there.
So that will remain a goal. So Canton ties this game up 2-2. So face off at center ice. Canton will still be a man down. We think there's about 30 seconds left on the power play for Burlington. So credit Joe Ryan. I'll tell you, good hustle there. And he was able to get that puck down into the Burlington zone.
Great play, though, coming down and make a dangle in front there.
So Condon has it for Burlington. Condon's going to get over the line. He takes a shot. Matty Wright gloves that one. as we'll let him shoot that from outside all day long.
Yeah.
Matty Wright will stop that all day.
As long as there's no tips and he's kept wide, we'll take those, like you said, Pete. So I think there's about 8 or 10 seconds left, which is Elric coming out of the box. So if Canton can do something on this, it's always dangerous.
So Burlington puts their first unit out there again as Gordon on the face-off. But Canton's going to win that one. That's going to go all the way down to the Burlington zone. And Elric is out, and both teams at full strength. So Canton dodges a bullet there. So Burlington will start out with it in their own zone. They're going to throw it up into center ice. Schumann stops it. Throws it right back to Scalia. That goes up to Gordon. Gordon comes through center ice. Gordon gets over the line, goes into the middle. He's got Umschneider there. Throws it over to Umschneider. Can't control it. As right in front of Matty Wright. As Gordon right there. And Canton able to ice that puck. As Matty Wright had to make that stop. And this will be icing on Burlington, so faceoff will come back down into the Canton zone. 6:55 left in the second period. 2-2 to the score. Canton able to tie it up here in this second period with a man down on a shorthanded play.
It's huge because they haven't had much offense in this period. Burlington seems to be controlling the ice down here.
So faceoff in the Canton zone. Howard, that's going to go back, and Matty Wright with another glove stop. And he holds on. Good save there by Matt Wright. So Howard on the face-off. He's out there with Kelleher and O'Brien.
Again, we're waiting with the face-off.
Against Condon for Burlington. And Canton going to win that one. As they're going to try and move it up now. Grady Carr has it. Gets it over to O'Brien. It's going to go out of the zone as Burlington throws it down deep. That's Condon. That'll be wide of Matty Wright. Oh, that's picked off by Tubliano right out in front. Picked off there. Now, just overskated there as Nestor had it. I think he was thinking about the shot before he grabbed the puck. So puck goes down into the Canton zone. Doucette has it, gets it over to O'Brien. O'Brien goes up. Tried to hit Howard. Just a little out of his reach. And this will be icing on Canton, so faceoff will come down into the Canton zone.
Change it up here. They're good pressure still by Burlington. Canton's having some hard time clean coming out of the zone. Typically they haven't had a problem all season, but Burlington seems to have it in there,
So Washburn on the faceoff. He's out there with Chase Thomas and Liam Conley. So Canton's going to win that one. As Morris does go right on to Matty Wright, and he very smartly ties that one up. So faceoff will be to his left. So,
Canton with a one change there. I don't know who we put out. Just changed Liam.
Yeah, hard to see from this vantage point.
I don't get it. Well, Canton gets the last change. I don't. This happened the other night.
Could be Gould out there.
I think 19. It's Gould, number 19.
It is. So on the face-off here is Washburn. As Shanahan gets thrown out, Griffin will take it. As Canton's going to win that one. Washburn, but picked up by Griffin. Griffin has it behind the net. He's going to go back to his point to Scalia. Takes a shot. And that's blocked by Thomas. So Healy for Burlington goes cross ice. He tries to go all the way down. This will be a foot race now. And that will be icing on Burlington.
That's good. Canton's going to get a chance to get there. He's going to put Elric out there on that icing call and face off in the zone. So
5:44 left in the second period. 2-2 to the score. First unit for Canton out there now. Ryan, Elric, Gillis, Labanara, and Schumann. So Canton's going to win that one. Goes back to Schumann over to Labanara. Labanara's going to throw it towards the net. That's blocked. Scalia trying to get it now. Elric will throw it down into the corner. Gordon has it. Tried to get Gillis tried to get him. Finally, they get it out of the zone. And back comes Canton. Elric has it now. Elric takes a shot. Oh, he had that side. He was going for that far corner and just goes wide. Schulman now in his own zone. Schulman with a nice pass in. Oh, and a big save there by McLeod. Off an Elric shot. Nice pass up by Teddy Schulman. Hit Elric in stride, and he took that shot.
He tried to shoot that, hoping maybe for a rebound too, because it would have come right back at him. You know.
So face-off in the Burlington zone. Joe Ryan on the face-off against Tupliano. It's going to be won by Canton. Labanara now has it. He takes a shot right out in front. And just whisked away. I thought I heard a whistle, but I guess it was the crowd. Labanara will throw it towards the net. As that was blocked in front, Labanara has it again. He throws it down deep. As Burlington now just trying to get it out of the zone. And they do. They go cross ice over to Condon. Condon has it. Condon trying to turn Schulman. He throws it towards the net. Just through the crease. And back comes Canton again. Gillis has it. Gillis, he's going to dump it in. McLeod with the stop. As Canton going for a change. Tupliano throws it up. Condon will throw it down deep. As Doucette has it behind the net. Doucette will start out with it. He's got a little bit of running room. Doucette does get it up into the Burlington zone. Dickey now, good hustle. As Canton trying to gain control. Gershny tried to get it, but they'll go out into the center ice zone. Picked up there by Griffin. Griffin, nice hit by Doucette. Grady Carr will throw it around. Gets it to Gershny. Picked up by Burlington, though. As O'Toole will get it out. But picked off again by Burlington. They're just going to throw it down deep. That was McElroy. Doucette has it behind his own net. Checked by McElroy. Grady Carr back to Doucette. Doucette throws it up into the middle. O'Brien tried to get that one. O'Toole now goes back to Carr. Carr will start out with it. Grady Carr gets over the line. He tries to turn the defenseman Scalia. Carr still has it. Gets it over to O'Brien. O'Brien trying to move it as Gordon tries to move it around. Burlington's going to go cross ice with it. This is going to go all the way down into the Canton zone, but they're going to call this no icing. As they say, Labanara could have had it. So 3 minutes left in the second period. 2-2 the score. Kelleher now starts out with it. O'Brien with the puck at center ice. He's checked, and that's going to be thrown back down into the Canton zone. Schulman has it. Gets it over to Labanara. Sorry, that's Kelleher. Now Labanara has it. Kelleher has it. He's going to start out with it. Gets it to O'Brien at center ice. O'Brien, it's a foot race here. Nice check there by O'Brien. O'Brien, oh, he takes a big hit. Oh, and he goes down. Back comes Burlington. Barnelli has it. He takes a shot. Matty Wright steers that to the corner. Labanara tries to throw it out. Stopped there by Nestor. And that's picked off there by Condon. Condon takes a shot. And there's a great stop again by Matty Wright, able to glove that one with no rebound.
It's getting a little physical out there. You know, just keep those elbows down. You know, tough play there with Colin O'Brien.
Took a big hit.
Took a big hit, but he gave one before he touched the puck.
Sacrificed his body for that pass out in front. So face-off in the Canton zone. Griffin on the face-off against Ryan. First unit for Canton out there. Ryan's going to win that one. Goes to Doucette. Doucette will start out with it behind his own net. Gets it up to Gillis. Gillis tries to hit Ryan, but that's intercepted, and that puck will go into the Canton zone. Doucette again. He's checked there. Ryan trying to get it. He does. He steals the puck. Now Gillis has it. Andrew Gillis comes out, gives it to Elric. Elric, he's pushed to the corner by Nestor. Canton with it behind the net. Ryan tries to come out in front. Just intercepted there. That goes out to Grady Carr at center ice. Carr has it. Carr gets over the line. He takes a shot. Whoa. That didn't miss by much. I don't know. McLeod didn't get his glove on it.
He didn't see it.
So Canton, Burlington trying to move it out, but that'll be into the crowd. by Canton, so I believe this will be...
No, I think it was tipped.
Oh, it was tipped? Okay, so it will be inside the Burlington zone. So 1:22 left in this second period, 2-2 the score. So face-off in the Burlington zone. Canton going with O'Toole, Dickey, and Gershny, with Schumann and Labanera on defense.
This line's got to step it up. They're playing well, but not a lot of shots, I don't think, on net. See if they can come up with something late in the second here.
So Burlington's going to win that one. Scalia has it. Scalia tries to get it over to Cardinelli. And Umschneider, he'll throw it down deep. So Canton will have to start out with it in their own zone. It's going to go around to Gershny. Intercepted there by Gordon. Gordon throws it out right out through the crease, but that's picked off there. Now Canton comes back. Schumann has it. Schumann has Gershny with him. Schumann in there, slider. He takes a shot. Oh, and a save by McLeod. Good stop there, but no rebound. Nobody there to get that rebound. As Canton trying to get that loose puck. Scalia now able to get it out of the zone as he was checked by O'Toole. Puck's going to go down into the Canton zone. Has less than a minute to play here. Canton will start out with it. Dickey has it. He gets over the line. Dickey going to try and turn the defense. He goes in. Oh, what a stop by McLeod. Puck, he scores! Braden Dickey going to get that one.
Pete, I just said that. This line's got to step it up, and they just had a great rush right there with 20 seconds left there. Nice play, Dickey coming in.
Tough goal to give up for any team. 26 seconds left. And Dickey comes in, turns the defense. McLeod couldn't tie that one up, and he came in and put the rebound in and puts Canton up 3-2.
That first lead of the game there. Let's take this momentum in here. Keep it going. Canton throwing the first line out right now.
That's a huge goal this late in this period. I'll tell you. You're right, John. Big momentum
swing
gainer there, I'll tell you. So Burlington, they're going to try and dump it down into the zone, but stop there. Gillis has it now. 10 seconds left in this period. Not able to control it, but picked off by Joe Ryan. Ryan has it in the corner. Ryan's going to come right out front. Tried to hit Elric. Or Gillis.
Had one of them in the slot, Pete, and it could have got the shot off. It was there.
So Canton with a little bit of offense here late in this period, able to go up 3-2. And I'll tell you, that was a great period, up and down action. Both goaltenders playing very, very well. And just a great, great high school hockey game here. But Canton up 3-2 right now.
I had the shots even, Pete. 8, 9, or 10 each. I'm not a professional shot taker, but it was pretty close to even. And that was probably Burlington's best period. Best they gave it to us, but Canton came to answer. So
well, this is what makes you right.
Yeah.
This is a close game like this. Going into the third period, Canton very lucky get that goal late in this period, so they have the lead. So Burlington's going to be pressing when they come out into this third period. And but on the other hand, Canton can't just sit on the lead either. They can't be thinking this is our game. They got to come out and they got to play their game and continue to press Burlington.
Because you can't. This team, I know they only skate 2, maybe 2.5 lines, but if they take advantage of stuff. They don't make many mistakes coming into the zone. So
no question. So stay tuned, hockey fans. We'll be right back with third period action. And we are back here at the Conti Forum. Pete DeSisto along with John Marconi bringing you all the exciting action. MIAA Division II semifinal, the Bulldogs against the Red Devils of Burlington High. Canton up 3-2 on a late goal. Not really sure who got that one. It was started by Brandon Dickey. Obviously, he turned that defenseman, came right out in front of McLeod, the goaltender. But not sure if O'Toole got it or
Gersh or one of them.
One of them got it. Dickey, I'm not really sure.
I don't think they care.
Yeah, at this point, it doesn't really matter. But I'll tell you, this has been a great game, up and down action. Winner of this goes to the Garden next Sunday. Against Tewksbury. Tewksbury won yesterday. They beat Westwood 5-3.
Tough game, I was told. Westwood gave them a battle. So
it'll be whoever comes out the victor in this game will meet Tewksbury at the Boston Garden next weekend, and we hope it's us. Obviously,
15 minutes. We'll know.
We love going to the Garden. It's like
frequently.
That's it. We're very, very fortunate that we go frequently. So
I don't know if all our viewers know that, but this is unheard of. Canton's been there and won it they've won it 6 out of the last 8 years. That's
and the girls too.
Same thing with the girls.
3 years in a row. I mean, it's talk about it's like the Patriots under Brady, right? I mean, it's crazy, but. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves, so Canton has to come out of the locker room. They got to really take it to Burlington. We talked about it earlier, John. Burlington has to press. They have no choice. They got to get some shots on Matty Wright.
Yeah, and you're going to see, 10, I don't mean hanging, but they're going to try and hit him for that cross-ice pass, and he's got some speed. He's shown it. He's gotten a few shots off, so they're going to have to be careful of that, or you don't need that to happen.
So first unit for Canton out there, Ryan on the face-off against Topiano. Ryan with Elric, and he's going to win that one. Joe pushes it ahead. He'll throw it down into the Burlington zone. Burlington trying to move it out, and they do. Canton has to clear the zone, though. And Topiano has it now in his own zone. They're going to try and break out as Gillis with a nice forecheck there. But that's picked off by Elric. Elric has it. He's checked on the sideboards. That'll go behind the net. Scalia has it. Gillis trying to get him. Gillis steals the puck. Puck still loose in the Burlington zone as they're trying to move it out. And they finally do. They'll throw it out to center ice, but Elric will throw it right back in. So back comes Healy for Burlington. He's going to throw it up. Gets it up to Topiano. He's going to throw it down. Matty Wright will stop it as that puck is going to go out to center ice as Burlington in the middle of a change. Thrown in on right. He'll direct that one to the corner. Labanara has it. Tries to get it over to Elric. Back to Labanara. Canton going for a change, but he's got Gillis with him. Oh, and there's a shot by Labanara. And McLeod with the save, and he was able to hang on to that one.
Nice play by Labs there. He took the puck wide, went to the center, saw there was a change. He just figured he'd take that shot. Didn't have many options to go with. It's a line change. So
face-off in the Burlington zone. O'Toole on the face-off out there with Dickey and Gersh. Carr and Doucette on defense. O'Toole wins that one. Go back to Carr. He takes a shot and a glove save by McLeod. John, I'll tell you, O'Toole, he's almost automatic on the faceoffs. He wins every faceoff.
He does, and like I said, the last game, we didn't realize it, but he was putting O'Toole out there late in the game to win those faceoffs if the guy threw him out, the referee. So
well, see, he proved me wrong on that one because he just lost that one, but that's all right.
Yeah, but that's okay.
That's all right. It sounded good. So O'Toole has it on the sideboards. He's going to try and move it in. He does. He gets it down deep. That's stopped behind the net. Healy will throw it over to Scalia. He tries to move it up to Umschneider, but that'll go out to center ice. Now Carr. Grady Carr is going to throw it down deep. Healy, he's checked there by Dickey. It's going to go up the boards to Umschneider, but picked up by Gordon, who's going to throw it down. And this will not be icing. Canton going for a change. Checked there by Bertinelli, but they couldn't control.
Yeah, that wasn't a trip. Little grabble in there from the fans in the bench, but.
So Burlington trying to throw it down deep, but they can't get it into the Canton zone. As Robitaille throws it up, this will not be icing, as they say Canton tipped it. So Young goes after it. He's checked there by Griffin. Young trying to move it up the boards. Now O'Brien has it. Gets it over to Grady Carr. Back over to Young. Moves it up to Kelleher. Kelleher gets checked into Robitaille. Tried to hit Shanahan, just out of his reach. So Burlington trying to get some offense going in the Canton zone. They do. Shanahan has it behind the net. Now Griffin trying to help out. It's going to go back to the point. The Robitaille takes a shot. That's going to go wide. So Canton trying to move it out. O'Brien now has it. Gets it back to Young. He's going to throw it around, but that's going to go back to Topliano. Topliano will throw it down deep. Griffin tries to get it. Canton again trying to move it out. Stop at the point by Wilson. Now Topliano takes a shot, and that hit somebody in front and went wide. O'Brien's going to move it out. So Topliano will get it in his own zone as Canton going for a whole chill change. Topliano has, he tries to split the defense, and he's hooked, and there's going to be a call. Looks like it's going to go on Gillis, who'll go out for hooking. So Burlington with some opportunity here.
Not what you want. You know, they were back on their heels that whole shift, past couple minutes. Couldn't get the puck out of the zone, had to throw it around, and sometimes when you get tired or a fresh set of legs, that's what's going to happen.
So face-off in the Canton zone. So Burlington will have a 2-minute power play here. So Ryan on the face-off. He's facing off against Umschneider. So Ryan, Elric, Labanara, and Schumann. That's going to be won by Burlington. They're going to throw it towards the net. Robitaille has it again. He takes a shot that's tipped in front. Labanara will try and throw it around the boards. Gordon has it. He'll throw it in. Gets it into Umschneider. Back to Gordon. He takes a shot. Tipped in front. Oh, puck loose and picked off by Elric. As Bertinelli was right in front of Matty Wright.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Elric able to get that puck out of the zone. Robitaille has it now for Burlington. He goes over the line. So Canton trying to move it out. Kept in by Tropiano. And that hit Elric and bounced into the neutral zone. So Burlington going to have to restart here. And they're going for a change. McLeod has to come out and play it. McLeod will throw it around. Very dangerous. Burlington getting their signals crossed here. And back comes Gordon. Gordon gets it in to Tropiano. Now Umschneider has it. He gets it over to Nestor. Nestor steps up. He takes a shot blocked by Dickey. Nestor has it. Umschneider now behind it, but he's picked off there by Grady Carr. That's kept in by Bartinelli. As Tupliano will keep it in. Bartinelli now has it on the sideboards. As Burlington moving around, they'll try and throw it out. Blocked by Grady Carr. As that'll go behind the net to Gordon now. As Doucette trying to get that loose puck. Umschneider comes in to help out. Gordon gets it back to Tupliano. Goes into the middle to Gordon. Back over to Tupliano. As he's broken up there by Canton. And O'Toole able to ice that puck. As there will be 10 seconds left on the power play for Burlington. They're going to get one more chance here to get that puck into the Canton zone. As Canton gets the player back, so both teams at full strength. As Gillis comes out of the box, gets right into the play. Puck goes down into the corner. Schumann trying to get it. He's checked there by Shanahan. Gets it over to Labanara. Up to Elric. Elric now. Elric's going to throw it down deep. It's going to go behind the net. As he'll leave it for Scalia. As Canton has it on the sideboards. Elric now. Scalia has it again. Gets it over to Healy. He'll turn, go back around the net. As Burlington trying to move it out, but Elric now. But he's broken up there. Gordon now gets it up. That'll go into the Canton zone. This will go on Matty Wright, so this will not be icing. As Burlington going for a change. As Canton able to get it up into the Burlington zone. Stopped there by McLeod. Scalia has it now. He's going to get it over to Robitaille. Back over to Scalia. That goes up the boards to Griffin. And John, you got to wonder at this point, Burlington only skating 2 lines.
It's going to tire them out.
When is it going to come back to bite them?
Well, you're going to see one of these like a break or something's going to happen here because Canton's got a great forecheck going on right now. They're bottling them all up. Burlington wants to come out high, and Canton's not letting them on this one.
So that gets up to Tupliano, who throws it into the zone. As the defense for Burlington changing up again. And Canton, they're going to ice that puck. And this will be a face-off down in the Canton zone. 8:08 left in the game. Canton up 3-2. Winner of this game goes on to the Garden in the finals against Tewksbury. So face-off will be in the Canton zone.
Canton's inherited a bunch of fans. All the Hingham crowds out there over on our side rooting for us. So local Hingham team.
That's going to be won by Burlington. They get the shot, but that bounced off of someone. Back comes O'Toole. O'Toole gets over the line. He tries to take it wide. He does. He tries to throw it out in front. That's intercepted by Gordon. Gordon has it. He goes cross ice. He tried to hit Umschneider just behind him. Grady Carr now has it. Carr goes in the middle, gives it to Dickey. Dickey gets over the line. He's got Gersh with him. Takes a shot. There's a save by McLeod. Puck still loose. And McLeod will put his glove on it, and that'll be tied up. So face-off will be in the Burlington zone. So, John, good offense there. Again, that second unit, you called it. You called them out.
I called them out.
And then they get a little bit more offense.
They had to. They haven't, they kind of just been mulling around. They've scored a lot of goals this year. It's just seemed to disappear, but they must have heard me.
So face-off, first unit for Canton out there again. Face-off in the Burlington zone. And Canton's going to win that one. And there's a shot from the point by Schumann. Just goes wide. So Burlington trying to move it out, and they do. Goes to Teddy Schumann, who's just going to throw it right back in. So Burlington, once again, will have to try and break out of their zone. It's going to be thrown down into the Nestor. Will have it. As finally Burlington able to move it out. Tupliano has it. But he's broken up, and Canton will throw this down. But this will be icing on Canton.
That's a tough one there. He makes a play at it, but, you got to be careful. You got to make sure you're over that line,
So face-off will be down in the Canton zone. 7:05 left in the game. 3-2 the score. Canton ahead. So face-off in the Canton zone. Washburn on the face-off.
I think he's got Thomas and I don't know who the other. Oh, Thomas and Gould.
So that goes into center ice. Almost kept in by Burlington, but they have to regroup. So that's Shanahan will throw it down deep. Matty Wright will stop it, leave it for Morris. Goes up the boards there. And it's kept in again. Intercepted there by Young. Young will throw it up, but that's stopped by Robitaille. Robitaille throws it down deep. Thrown right out in front. Griffin tried to get it. Goes back to Robitaille. Takes a shot. Blocked in front by Young. Canton trying to move it out of their zone, and they're just going to ice this puck. And this will be icing on Canton.
That was a smart move on that shift there to ice that to get the line changed there. Because they were struggling to get it out. They got control a bunch, but just kept throwing it up, keeping it in. Bad pass here and there.
So face-off in the Canton zone. James Howard on the face-off. He's going to win that one. Gets it back to Doucette. As Canton trying to move it out. Tries to hit Kelleher. Can't control. Scalia is going to throw it down deep. As now Canton will have to get that puck out of their own zone. Back comes Canton now. O'Brien throws it up. He's checked there. Puck's going to go out to the neutral zone, but Canton's going to throw it right back in on McLeod. He gives it to Scalia. Scalia checked by O'Brien, picked up by Howard. Howard tries to throw it towards the net. That's just broken up. Kelleher had it. Back comes Burlington again. Bardnelli throws it down deep as he takes a big hit from Grady Carr. Gordon in the corner now. As Canton trying to move it. Howard tries to get it. That's going to go back to the point to Nestor. Nestor takes a shot. Oh, it just hit the side of the net. As that was Umschneider. Tried to walk in. Just hit the side of the net. And back comes O'Brien. O'Brien with a nice play off the boards, just couldn't get by the defense. So Canton going for a change. Quick shifts for Canton now, as they're going to move it out very dangerously. Gershny able to intercept that one, but Burlington get that one back. Tugliano gets it, as they're going to throw it towards the net. That'll hit the netting, as that was Condon who took that shot. So face-off will be in the Canton zone. 5:09 left in this third period. 3-2 the score. Canton, second unit for Canton out there. As O'Toole on the face-off, he's out there with Gershny and Dickey, along with Schumann and Labanara. And he's going to face off against Condon. So
you want another one, Pete, right there.
Canton's going to win that one. Schumann will throw it around to Labanara. Labanara is going to move it up into the center ice zone. As Dickey, good hustle there by Dickey. He's got that puck, he throws it out front. Just intercepted there by Bannister. Good hustle by Dickey on that one. So they're going to throw it up into the neutral zone. Labanara will stop it. Labanara again has the puck, gives it to Bannister, as Condon will throw it into the Canton zone. We'll keep an eye on the goaltender, see how long they keep him in. Labanara has it, he gets it back to Dickey, takes the shot. Rebound right out in front. Gershny tried to get it. Couldn't get that loose puck. And back comes Condon for Burlington. They're going to throw it down into the Canton zone. As Young trying to move it out. Young is checked there. As Griffin trying to get it now. That goes out into center ice. Gillis has it. He's got Ryan with him. Gives it over to Ryan. Joe Ryan has it on the sideboards. He's checked there. And that'll go in on McLeod, and he'll tie that one up. So Canton with the puck deep in the Burlington zone. First unit for Canton out there. Just changed up the defense. Doucette and Carr comes out.
Couldn't get that shot off down below. Gershny just couldn't get it up in the air there.
We'll keep an eye on the goaltender, see how long the Burlington coach keeps him in. I mean, this is done. This is it. You gotta win this game.
You gotta get it down to 2, I think, Pete, because if they can't pop one in, that's it.
I think 2's too late. I really do,
so?
John. I think it's definitely too late, but we'll see. Shanahan has it now from Burlington. He gets over the line. He goes on Carr. He tries to throw it in the middle. That's intercepted by Young. Back up to Elric. Doucette has it. Stopped by Griffin. As Elric, nice pass over to Gillis. Gillis has it. He tries to turn the defense. Canton going for a change here. So we'll see quick changes out of Canton now.
Yeah, 3 minutes. You get 3 shifts out of your first 3 lines.
So Griffin will take it. He'll dump it down deep. Still looking for the goalie to come out. So Canton with the puck behind the net. Schulman gets it up to O'Brien, gets it over to Kelleher. Kelleher over the line. Kelleher throws it back to O'Brien. Tries to get it towards the net. Just broke it up there. So Burlington trying to move it out. Picked off there by Kelleher. Kelleher, nice pass over. And they score! O'Brien puts this one away!
Nice play by Kelleher. He kind of held the goalie in check, Pete. Flipped it over to O'Brien, and he buried it.
You give that all to Kelleher, I'll tell you.
Oh, absolutely. Pulled it back.
Like you said, nice interception there by Kelleher, but the heads-up play to send it right over out of the corner of his eye, able to see O'Brien. And O'Brien made no mistake. He went top shelf.
Yeah, this line's been due. They're another line they're the third line, so you can't call them out, but they came to task right there. That's huge.
I'll tell you, so 2:49 left in this third period. Canton now up 4-2.
So this, that's it.
Burlington gonna call a timeout here with 2:49 left.
That's big.
That is huge. I mean, talk about a game-winning goal. Yeah. I'll tell you.
Yeah, hey, you still got 2:49 left. They're going to pull the goalie, like you said. Just don't throw that puck down and get the icings. Get it over the red line.
You don't want to get ahead of yourselves here. Certainly, and Coach Schulman never allows that to happen. He'll never let them get ahead of themselves. It's the task at hand, right? Yep. 3 minutes in this game. That's what
he's got him over there. He's got him ready.
So 3 minutes, and Canton goes back to the Garden. for a rematch again with Tewksbury. Right?
We're 1-1, right, against them, I think, Pete?
That's right.
1-1.
And Canton beat them big this year, 5-0.
Yeah, that's a good and a bad thing. And the Ed Burns, we took it to them. You know, they thought they were, we're the better team, toughest, 5-0 shutout. You know, 2 Division II teams in that Burns tournament in the finals of the upper bracket. So Tewksbury's no slouch. They can bring it. They got some guns. So
face-off in at center ice. And that was O'Brien who scored that goal. Cullen O'Brien from the pass from Shane Kelleher. So here we go, folks. O'Toole on the face-off, but Robitaille has it for Burlington. We'll see how long they keep it. And here comes the goaltender, McLeod.
Right away.
So they're gonna have 6 skaters out there. Labanara now trying to move it up as Robitaille keeps it in. That's gonna go in on Matty Wright. Schulman has it now. Schulman's gonna throw it the length of the ice, and this looks like it's on net, and he scores!
Nice play by Teddy just to flip it. How many guys try and fire it and miss the net, but that should do it, Pete. I don't know, 2 minutes and 25 seconds left.
I'll tell you, 3-goal advantage with 2 minutes left. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves either. We're not going to call it yet, John.
No.
There's still 2.5 minutes left in this game. So Canton up 5-3 on an empty net goal by Teddy Schulman. 5-2, excuse me. So empty net goal for Teddy Schulman, who put it right on net. That is a tough one to hit.
Yeah, he flipped it up good. I wonder if he practices that when his father's not around.
Well, maybe, who knows? So face-off won by Canton. They're going to dump it down deep as Scalia has it, gets it over to Nestor. So Burlington going to try and move it out of their zone, and they do. McElroy lost it. That's going to go over to Ryan. Ryan gets it over to Elric. Elric has it. He throws it down deep there. Scalia after it. He leaves it for Nestor. That'll go up the sideboards to Griffin. Griffin goes in the middle. Gets a pass to McElroy, but he's broken up there by Ryan. Good back checking by Joey Ryan. And
this line does everything.
And that's what you want to see. You want to see
another one, Pete.
You want to see them not giving up. And that was great back checking by Joe Ryan, able to pick the pocket of the Burlington defenseman. The goal matters nothing.
Yeah, it's the back check. Yeah,
the back check is huge, and the fact that they're still playing this game. Yeah. So 1:46 left in this third period. Canton now up 6-2. I don't think they're going to pull the goalie again. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, you kind of just play it out. Nothing stupid here. Canton's got their other lines out. Give these guys, they practice hard all year. Give them some time together out there,
So Porter has it now for Canton. He's going to dump it down deep. That's picked up there by Wilson. He throws it up to Gordon, but that's intercepted there by Washburn. He takes a shot. McLeod with the save. Gordon again will start out with it. Comes through center ice. Oh, picked off there by Conley. Good
forecheck there by Conley.
Good check there by Conley. Good stick check there by Liam Conley. So Burlington again going to throw it right down to Young. Conley will take it. He'll backhand it in. 1 minute left in the period. 1 minute left in the game. Winner of this game goes on to the Boston Garden against Tewksbury.
The Red Hawks.
The Red Hawks of Tewksbury. So picked off there by Conley, but back comes Burlington. Wilson has it. He's going to throw it in. Stopped by Brandon Morris. Gives it to Washburn. Washburn comes through center ice. He'll dump it down deep. No icing. Good heads-up play to get over the red line. So Canton with a change again. James Howard tries to throw it in. O'Brien, he's out there with Kelleher. And again, Howard throws it in, tips it in. But this will be icing. I thought he got his stick on it. This will be icing on Canton. So 21 seconds left in the game. 6-2 the score as Canton. John, 20 seconds, I think we can safely say. Right?
I called it a while ago, but you can call it now if you feel better.
Well, I think we'll
enjoy
hand this
the moment here. How's that?
Absolutely. So Robitaille throws it in, but that stop there by Morris. Morris going to throw it up the boards, gets it to Kelleher, who throws it out to center ice. Robitaille has it again. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, and that will do it as Canton Bulldogs, they're heading to the Garden once again.
You can see him enjoying it now, moving the net and everything out there, Pete.
Absolutely. And this is what you play for, John. We talk about it all the time. This is what they play for. Whether you're number 1 or number 32, this is what the tournament's all about. And this is what they play for.
Absolutely. And I think you can actually see in that game, the third period, can't come out flying the 4 lines that he plays. And I think they wore Burlington down finally, and it just took longer than we thought.
We talked about it earlier, right? Burlington skating. They might have had 3 lines,
but
maybe, but it wasn't consistent. Canton was consistent 4 lines plus those other 2 players every so often.
Oh yeah,
and they just kept rolling. And when you got that kind of depth and that kind of you're able to rest your best players.
It's a huge difference.
It's a huge difference.
And those guys play that 4th and 3rd, whatever you want to call them there, however he plays them. They give you it all for their minute and 10 seconds. It's awesome.
No question. So another great win by the Bulldogs as they win this semifinal game. And I'll tell you, John, Burlington was a good team.
Oh, that's the
early
toughest
on.
team we've played.
I don't think Canton had their A game today.
No.
And I think they'll be the first to admit, I don't think they played as well as they normally do.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, they came back and they really took it to them, like you said, in the third period. Came out roaring, ready to play, and they took it to Burlington. And the better team won this game.
Oh, absolutely. Canton, like we said, they're one of the better teams in the state, even with the Catholics. But they wore them down, and it's just you get a little antsy. The other night 1-0, tough game against Hopkinton.
Well, you let teams hang around.
You can't do it.
No question. So here we go with the traditional handshake at center ice. Great sportsmanship. One of the great things about hockey, the game of hockey, and the handshake after the game, whether it's professional, college, even down in youth hocky, you shake hands after every game. It's awesome. Yeah. It's one of the things that makes hockey what it is. It really does.
It's one of the only sports that does they kind of do it and they get it right. Not like basketball, they run around, or football. So yeah.
No, we won't get into that. But no question there. And congratulations to both teams. Give Burlington the credit where credit is due. They made it to the semifinals. They played a great game against a very, very talented and deep Canton team, and I think they played a great game. So congratulations to them. But our Bulldogs, they're off to the Garden next Sunday.
God only knows
what time. We don't know what time yet. It could be any time. You never know with the MIAA. The MIAA did a great job having this. Was a great venue. Great venue to have this semifinal game. This is the way it should be every year at either here or
UMass Lowell's good. Maybe get BU, the new Northeastern
any
link.
Of these. But this is Conti Forum is obviously an A+ venue. Great sheet of ice. Great place to watch a game too, and I'll tell you. So they got it right on this one.
Yeah.
As both teams still celebrating or shaking hands, and Burlington mulling around, but Canton is going to host. Is going to
number 1 against number 2. That's what you want when you draw it up. The MIA. I don't mean they got lucky, but that's what 1 and 2. That's what you go for.
I'll tell you, they started, like you said, they started the year, John, with a mission. And they've, they're one game away from accomplishing that mission. And congratulations to the coaching staff, to Coach Schumann, to Coach Ford, Mulaney, and Coach Conley. I'll tell you, they do a great job with these guys and get them prepared for every possible scenario.
Yep. They'll be at practice Monday at 3:20 typically, Got 5 days of practice, a little film, get together Saturday, and get ready to go Sunday.
Absolutely.
And we'll be there.
Absolutely. You can better believe your trusted cable staff will be there. We will bring you that game from the Boston Garden again. I think they know us by name now. They know us by name at the booth walking up because we're there every single year. And I'll tell you, and who loved it more than anybody?
Joe
The
Donnelly.
legend, Joe Donnelly, loved the tournament time, loved his Bulldogs, and he loved going to the Garden, and so do we. It'll be a great thing for the town, and that's the other thing. It's they, this is town-wide,
town
man.
event.
This is with all the press that Canton's been getting in the past couple of years, I'll tell you, you get bright spots with the high school sports. You had the golf team this year winning it all. The girls track team early in the fall had a great season this year. Football had a great season. They all did. Basketball, the girls basketball, boys basketball, girls hockey made it to the tournament again. And I'll tell you, it's great for the town. It's great for it's just so, and it says a lot about the town that these teams consistently keep going into the tournament and are able to vie for the state tournament. So that will do it from here from my partner John Marconi. We want to thank our cable staff as always. We got Tanya, Tim, Andrea, Mark, and today we have Galit Tofias, Alex Goodrich, and Peter Heredia. I'll tell you, they did a great job today. Thank you for them. And as the legend Joe Donnelly always says, greatest cable staff in the world.
Bar none.
Bar none. They bring you these games, whether they're at home or away, they bring you these games, and they do a great job, and we thank them for all their hard work. So for my partner, John Marconi, this is Pete DeSisto with the final score for the final time. Canton 6, Burlington 2. We'll see you all at the Garden next week.